impact has Desmond Rowland had on your team this year?
When he came in, he was a spark plug. I mean, we plugged him in at the same time that I came in, and he played really well. He's big, he's athletic, and he's physical. I mean, he catches the ball real well at the backfield. So, we can utilize that, and he's made just big play after big play for us. So we're extremely excited about him.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
No problem.
Clint, what have you seen from the Missouri defense on film, and maybe how different are they from when you guys played him a couple of years ago?
I think the first thing that sticks out on film about them is their pass rush. I think that anytime you have the SEC Defensive Player of the Year on your team, that's something to be proud of, and that they can play. I mean, that's something that they pride themselves on, is getting after the quarterback and making us uncomfortable and making bad decisions and forcing turnovers. So it all starts with them at the defensive line, and so we're gonna have to be wary of that and hopefully protect.
Do they remind you at all of any team in the Big 12 conference that you saw?
Not really. There's coverage is a coverage for whoever runs the same thing. Cover two is cover two. You face the same coverages every week. It's just the players really that dictate, kind of where you go with the ball. And they have guys that can get after the passer, like probably knowing that we've seen in the Big 12 so far. So, that's something that we obviously are taking into consideration with our game plan and understand that that's a strength of their defense, and it's going to be a good challenge for us.
Clint, where would you say that? Can you kind of take us through the last few weeks from end of the regular season to now, and kind of where y'all's heads were, recovery period, and so on?
The coaches did a good job of kind of getting us away from the game for a few days after we played OU, and just kind of letting us all just relax and get that game out of our minds. And so after that, we came back and we knew that we were going to play a tough opponent in Missouri, and so we had to move on quickly. Once we started practice, we started game planning for them, and we got it out of our minds and moved on to Missouri.
Talk about just kind of the motivation now and where you guys are coming into this game on that.
We're extremely motivated. Anytime you have 28 seniors, you want to go out and win your last game, and so I think we all understand that. And the younger guys, it's a big point for them I know that they want to send us all off with a victory, and so I think we are extremely motivated.
What's been the biggest change offensively? Has there been any one thing, or has it just been a development over the season?
I think we just kind of got in a rhythm. I think that's something that can't be stated enough about an offense is whenever you get in a rhythm and you're kind of firing on all cylinders, it kind of helps and getting healthy. Whenever Dez came in, I came in, we kind of had a few issues up front and we got those handled, and so we just kind of got in that rhythm after the TCU game and just kind of kept it rolling for a couple games.
You talk about taking that time off for the holidays and trying to get that Bedlam game out of your mind. Now that you're back, where is the level of focus with this team?
Like I said, I think we're extremely focused. Any time that you're going to face off, in a place like this against a good opponent, you have to be focused. And I think that's something that the coaches are preaching and doing a good job of keeping the whole team focused. We're fortunate enough to have a lot of seniors and guys who have been in bowl games before, and so we're all doing our best to keep everyone focused as well.
You had mentioned Dez. How much has he stepped up this year?
He stepped up a lot. I don't think you can state enough how much he stepped up. Last year, he didn't really get a lot of carries, and he had to come in and play a big role for us. We needed him extremely badly to get our running game going, and he filled in and did a great job.
Why do you think that Coach Gundy has been so effective at building a program over the time he's been here?
I think that a lot of that is they bring in good players. He's a good recruiter. He has good recruiters on staff, and that they can bring in good players. With the facilities we have, and a lot of people want to talk about uniforms and stuff that attracts recruits. I think Coach Gundy does a good job of putting those on display and showing people that this is a place where you're going to win a lot of games, but also have fun doing it. And so I think that's a big part for Coach Gundy and something that's really helped him and helped the team out.
When you talk to him, why do you think that how do you think he's turned this into sort of his own destination job?
Well, I think, part of that has to do with him playing here and being a local guy. I think it's just a place where he would want to be and kind of his dream job being a local guy. And so, I know that he enjoys being here and that's something that, everyone kind of dreams of is coaching or playing for the team that you grew up cheering for. And so, I think that makes it a big part for him.
How would you describe your senior year and how this year's gone?
It's been fun. I think the tough thing, obviously, is not getting to play in the first couple games, but understanding that it's not really how you start, it's how you finish, and I couldn't be more happy with how we responded after a tough loss and getting my chance and my opportunity to play and playing well, and just kind of going out with my guys, my seniors that I've been here 5 years with, and just enjoying our last couple games.
You didn't get to play late against Mississippi State. What was kind of going through your head at that point?
Obviously I was disappointed. On a big stage like that, opening game, you want to go out and play well against an SEC team and kind of show what you can do. And so obviously I felt, extremely disappointed, but I knew that, I'd been in this situation before, and so I knew that I just had to keep working hard and whenever I got my opportunity, take advantage of it.
Were you prepared for that mentally going into that, or was that a really surprising thing for you? Something that you'd talked about before. Did you say, if you get off to kind of a rough start, we may throw JW in there? Or what were you kind of expecting coming in?
I wasn't expecting to come out and not go back in. We had a package for JW. I mean, he's a good player, so we had certain things that we wanted to do with him. But I was pretty shocked whenever I didn't get to go back in. But at the same time, that's what the coaches thought was best for the team at that time. And so, being a senior, that's something that I had to help with and pull in the same direction as them. So, I knew that once I got my opportunity, I had to take advantage of it.
Do you feel like you're better off after going through that adversity to come back and finish out at this point?
Absolutely. I think how well you handle adversity is something that speaks about you, not just in football but in life. And so, I'm extremely proud of where I came from and what I had to go through, and I think that would make anybody a better person.
The up and down mentally the last couple of years when you've gone from third-team quarterback to starting quarterback to bench and back to starting quarterback, has that been the toughest part of it, just the mental aspect of that?
Absolutely. That wears on you, knowing that you're kind of going from here to there and not going to get to play, and you don't know what your future holds if you're going to even get your opportunity. So, you just got to kind of stay steady and just keep pushing forward, and that's something I tried to do. And my family's helped me through that, and they're a great support system for me. And so, whenever I was down, they would be there to help me, and it's something I'm very grateful for. And just knowing that once my opportunity came, just like I said, you got to take advantage of it. You got to run with it, and that's what I tried to do.